Hello everyone. My name is Art Russell. Welcome to my channel. It's my hope that today's video will provide some real rubber meets the road, applicable wisdom to help you gain traction toward a better life experience. But before I share the content, I need to make one point very clear. I'm not stating that this is Art's wisdom or that anyone should follow his example. I'm just offering some information that I hope will be helpful or useful, and only you will know if it resonates, if it holds meaning. So let's begin. The first wisdom is derived from an ancient Chinese parable rooted in Taoism. It's entitled The Farmer and His Son. It's told that there was once a farmer and his son who had a horse. And one day that horse ran away. And the neighbors heard about this and they all said, "This is bad, this is bad." But the wise farmer said, "We will see, we will see." The next day the horse returned, and following it were several other wild horses. And the neighbors heard about this and they said, "This is good, this is good." The wise farmer said, "We will see, we will see." 2 days later, the farmer's son was riding one of the wild horses, trying to tame it, when he fell off and broke his leg. And of course the neighbors heard about this and they said, "This is bad, this is bad." The wise farmer said, "We will see, we will see." 2 weeks later, war broke out, and military officials visited the farmer's house, conscripting able-bodied men to go to war. But of course, the farmer's son couldn't go due to his broken leg. And so the neighbors said, "This is good, this is good." Now, as we can tell, this story could go on and on and on. The point is, the neighbors were living reactively to circumstances, but the wise farmer was responding from a perspective of wisdom. Now, if we hear this story but fail to integrate its wisdom into our life, we're missing a great benefit. Let me share a modern-day example. Let's say that we've been working for an employer for several years, but we decide to take a chance and start our own business. And family and friends say, "This is good, this is good." And for the first 2 months, business is very slow. And family and friends say, "This is bad, this is bad." But then a client shows up with a big order, and we think, "This is good, this is good." And we fill that order, but the client doesn't pay. So this is bad, this is bad. But a week later, the client finally does pay, and this is good, this is good. Now, this principle applies to every aspect of our life. None of us can know from one moment to the next what's going to happen. This applies to our relationships, our health. Let's say that we've been looking for love. Perhaps we've wanted a companion, or we've been divorced, or experienced the death of a spouse. And someone shows up in our life and we fall in love and we think, "This is great, this is great." But then that man or woman turns out to be a con person and we lose a lot of money. Or with our health, let's say that everything's going along fine and a health issue arises. But then due to that, an underlying issue which might have gone undiscovered would have posed an even deeper threat to our health. We never know. When we live from the perspective of the person, so in my case, Art, it's as though life is pulling at us one way, oh, this is good, or this is bad this way. We're living reactively. The wise live from a strong center, where they're neither swayed by the pleasure on the one side or the pain or discomfort that pulls at them on the other side. This wisdom is also shared through the parable of the wise and foolish builders, found in Matthew chapter 7, verses 24 to 27. It's told that there was a foolish builder and a wise builder. And the foolish builder built his or her home, so their perspective, their life, on the shifting sands. Now that's the perspective of the person. The wise builder built his or her home, so perspective or life, on the rock, which is the foundation of being. And then it's told that for both homes, and the rain fell and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat on that house. And of course, which house do we think stood, remained? And it fell not, for it was founded upon the rock. That's the major point of this video. My question to you, do you wish for your life to be battered by circumstances, where you're always reacting like the neighbors in the story about the farmer and his son? Or is it wiser to live from the strong center of true self? We're given a strong clue about the nature of true self in Luke chapter 17, verse 20 and 21. It's told that Jesus was being asked when the kingdom of God would come. And his reply, the kingdom of God is not something that can be observed, nor will people say, here it is, or there it is, because the kingdom of God is in your midst. Now let's use some logic here. So we're being told that you can't point to the kingdom of God, that it's not an observable thing. What's the one non-thing necessary to have an experience, including the experience of this body-mind, or your body-mind? Consciousness, awareness. Can you point to it? What's the takeaway message of this video? There is a source of great strength within you. It is you. And it's me too. Do you really wish to allow your life to be driven by circumstances that pull you this way or that? Or would you rather live from the perspective, your strong center, true self? I hope that you'll investigate your deeper nature. It's well worth getting to know. If you've enjoyed this video, I invite you to share, subscribe, and like. More information can be found through my free articles at thinktwice.me and also through my book entitled This Taste of Flesh and Bones, available from Amazon. Thank you very much for listening. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now.